Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. We have another reaction video for you today. We are looking at some crafty hacks. Just before we get into it, hi, my name is Robert. I'm a professional makeup artist here on YouTube. Also in real life, it's my goal to help you become a pro yourself. You know the rest. Consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up. And as I always like to say in these videos, there are no rules to creativity and individuality, but makeup has a theory, and that's what we're going to look at today in these videos. So do your makeup how you wish, but if you're having trouble, know there's a theory that you can take advantage of. And yes, okay. Yeah, absolutely fine. The only thing I would say about that is you don't want to go in sweeping with loads and loads of concealer. You almost want to take an angle brush. You don't almost want to, you do. Want to take an angle brush so you can be really defined about where you're going. Because we all know red lipstick, especially something more glossy, is gonna smudge like crazy if we especially when you're blending it into concealer. So you almost want to use that angle brush to kind of do a very faint line and very gently sweep downwards like this. Don't go backwards and forwards like they're doing in that video, because it will be a mess. We all know, yeah. Gross. Horrible, no. Okay, so here's why that's a really terrible idea, right? Beauty blenders, beauty sponges in general they're not like, there's sponge in the middle. It's not like completely nothing inside. So they have a nice, like a nice amount of pressure, the perfect amount of pressure, the perfect amount of bounce. If you use a balloon, you're giving pressure, but it's not pushing anything. The balloon kind of gives way to the pressure of your skin. It's not really pushing much product onto your skin in the correct way. It's going to slide off a balloon, but it's not going to apply it in the way that you want it to look. It'll be like shoveling it on, basically. You need that bounce and you need that pressure from, like, when we use our fingertips or when we use a beauty sponge. You need it. This is what you need. Aloe vera gel, and we're gonna crumble that in. Is this gonna be a lip product? I think it's gonna be like a lipstick. Oh, oh no, oh no, oh, that made me need the toilet. No, I mean, we can see here it looks kind of crappy. Aloe vera gel, right? We've all kind of used it after we've had like a sunburn, or we want just like a light bit of moisture. Absorbs into the skin completely. It's not going to hang around and stay like that. It's going to dry out, and you get that kind of uneven application when the product hasn't really been mixed in well. The gel texture doesn't grip quite well to eyebrows. It's going to look like this. Let's be real. That's not the best. It's like bleeding up the top. It's like 20 different colors. When people like make your own products, right, and they always mix in powder, remember how that powder pigment is going to sit once that product dries down. Just remember that. What are we doing now? That is fine to do. I know a lot of people are like, don't use red around your eyes. Don't use at your own discretion. You can, but it's up to you. And it may stain your eyelids very slightly, but it is fine. And you can do like a whole monochromatic look with it. Although nowadays with a choice of like eyeshadow and stuff like that, and you can just create a line like that with eyeshadow or a cream eyeshadow. Okay, so dried out mascara, that was just cleaned. We're gonna put in lens solution in to kind of like renew it, mix it up a bit, and there she goes, and it works. This is absolutely fine. You can use eye drops, anything that is safe to use around the eye area. Inglot do their absolutely incredible Duraline, which is known for like reboosting products, making the products more waterproof and stuff like that. However, if your mascara is dry, it's probably time to change it. Mascara expires, what do they give us, 3 months? And then you have to get rid of it and get a new one. One thing as well, if your mascara is drying out too quickly, it may be because you are pumping your mascara like this, or even doing that and then applying, even if it's just one or two, you're pumping air into the actual compartment here and drying out the mascara. If you've come to the end and you're trying to get your mascara out, or even if it's just a habit, I would just loosen it slightly, and then I would kind of like tip the wand and then just spin this around, because then you're scooping around all the edges, and then take it out and you'll have a load of mascara on your wand. Don't pump. If you're pumping, you're drying out too much. You're trying, whatever. Oh, no. Oh, God. Can we just look, right, at this person's nose and think about contouring? When people say they want to contour their nose, all they do is draw 2 lines down the side and down the middle, but it just doesn't make sense on her nose. Her nose is very slim in the middle, so we're going to slim it, and she didn't even take those lines down to the tip of her nose, where the nose is slightly wider. If we are going to even out this nose, I would do a tiny bit of contour in this brow area here, leave a middle, highlight the bridge perhaps, and then I would contour around the edge there. Not everyone contours their nose the same. That's why you cannot use a fork to contour your nose. Not everyone has a fork acceptable nose. A fork wouldn't even sit on mine. I would have to get like a really long brush. Like it was, you know, my nose is too narrow for a fork to sit on. Contouring your nose doesn't mean 2 lines and a lighter line. It means structuring your nose, re-sculpting your nose to a point to make it appear a certain way, not just to do it like everyone else. Oh, dirty. I mean, you could probably most definitely cut a bit of sponge out. The only thing I would say about those is that they're different texture to beauty sponges. Beauty sponges are going to be a little bit firmer, and also they're not as porous as one of those sponges is. That tend to be quite pory and open. So I maybe wouldn't. Why are they so against just using a beauty sponge? You can get them dead cheap. What was that? Was that the hack? What was? I don't get what that was. That's just foundation. Here's the thing, right? You wouldn't have to, if you wanted to do this, you wouldn't have to mix the two. Hydrate your legs like you would, and then put a tiny bit of BB cream or foundation over the top and just rub it all in. There's no need to mix the two. Once you change the formula off that foundation, it's not going to sit as well on the skin as it did before. Don't mix moisturizer with your foundation. If you want a tinted moisturizer, just use less foundation and really blend it in. Or use your foundation, like put it on, hydrating mist, tap, 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 tap some of it away and blend it out a little bit more. That is going to transfer. You can see it's transferred onto her other leg already. It's going to transfer, it's going to be weird and sticky, and that foundation is never going to fully grip to the skin because you've just mixed it with moisturizer. And then depending on the moisturizer, if it's too rich for your skin, it's just going to sit on top. We use tinted moisturizer on our face, just how it is. So go ahead and use it on your legs. Just be careful with your knees. Oh no, 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 no. So dangerous. Ooh, so dangerous. What's she doing? Terrible, right, who remembers? Who remembers? I'm just going to ask that. Who remembers? Because people were cutting their lips open, glasses were shattering around people's mouths, blood everywhere. It's just not... broken capillaries around the mouth, blue lips, horrible time, horrible, horrible, horrible time. That is so dangerous to put glass around your mouth and do that kind of pressure situation for a temporary plump. We spoke about this the other week. Don't do it. perfect for any skin tone. First of all, no. But second of all, the mold that is going to grow in a few weeks' time. Here's the deal. I know we are like, oh, toxins and nasties. Every product you use, even the natural ones, have some kind of preservative in them. Because they wouldn't be able to sell it. You'll open it and there'll be mold growing on it. All products have preservatives in. That's going to be molded. Like the money you spend on oats, you can go and get a good £2 powder from the drugstore. You know, like why? Why do they do this? It's just not good. And perfect for any skin tone? No, absolutely not. There's certain pigmentations you need to make for translucent powders for them to be truly translucent and formers. Oats is not going to, imagine, oh, I need a powder. Oats is fine on any skin tone. Oh, is this what they were getting at earlier? Here's the thing. When you're wearing foundation or makeup or just, you know, general anything, the most important thing about taking off makeup is to break down all your makeup, dissolve it off your skin. That's why you need something, well, one that's actually a cleanser. Yes, it may remove something on the surface, but you can get a tissue and wipe your face on the surface, and you know that hasn't fully taken off your makeup. What was the problem? What was the problem? I didn't see the problem. What was the issue? What was the issue? Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, right, yeah. Okay. Okay, nice idea, but if I did see that in your bathroom, I would slightly judge you, I'll be honest. That is a placemat for plates. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any, or if you see any, like, beauty hacks and you just think, well, that's terrible, you can tag me in it. Don't tag me, just be like at RobertWLSH, what do you think of this? Don't be like, this is fucking shit. Or I have a submission area on Discord that you can go to also. Thank you so much for joining me. Give this video a thumbs up, do consider subscribing, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.